Hey, I'm Femi. I just got laid off, but let me show you how I'm gonna level up. So here's my story. I've worked for an energy company. I worked for an energy company for 14 years. I'm a trained business analyst, and for those 14 years, I got promoted multiple times, and I was even a global IT manager for loyalty programs across the world. So I had a blast. I worked with amazing people, great friends and colleagues, some real talent in the organization. However, every couple of years or every 2 or 3 years, the company restructured. So there were layoffs or people got made redundant. And I did lose some amazing colleagues. But you slowly feel that hand of fortune or destiny creeping towards you, thinking, it might be you next time. And guess what? Come 2020, I had this premonition that the next time there were layoffs, it would be me. Lo and behold, in May 2025, I got my marching orders and I was told I was being made redundant. Or, as we say in the UK, Femi, get your coat. But I'm gonna use this as a level up. I'm gonna use it to level up my game, to change everything in my life. And I'm gonna let you know exactly what I'm doing and how I'm going to do it. But first, I need a cup of coffee. Here's the thing, we don't talk about the emotions that happen or the emotions that affect us when we get laid off or you get made redundant, such as, first one being fear, that real fear that, oh my God, I've lost my job. I don't know what to do. How am I gonna earn an income? How am I gonna pay my bills? But the reality is, if we take a couple of seconds, hours, days, and actually calm down, there are ways around this. We may find that things aren't as urgent as yesterday, and we can kind of work through it. The second emotion that tends to hit us out of the blue is that feeling of sorrow. So you're no longer part of a team. You're no longer part of a collection of individuals that all did something. You're not part of that project team. You know, all your colleagues that used to do things with you have now moved on. They're carrying on with the work, and you feel kind of left out. But there is another reality. You've got a whole new family around you, your close friends, people who are also in this situation. And by the way, you're watching this video, so welcome to the family. So just hold fire on that emotion. If it hits, you know, don't get too caught up in it. The third one that kind of surprised me was the guilt. So society has taught us to always remain employed. You know, we go to school, maybe you go to university or college, then you get a job, and then you work till you're retired, and then you put your kids through college, and you always stay employed. You know, you always got to work, and then you retire, and then we die. But statistics have shown that 2 out of 5 working people in the Western world at some stage in their career will be made redundant or will be laid off. It's 2 out of 5. So it's a lot more common than you think. So please don't feel guilty. I've got a couple of tips that I could pass on to you. It's really helping me at the moment. These 3 tips that help, especially with these emotions of fear and guilt, and then just that manic feeling. So these tips are helping me right now as I deal with being laid off or being made redundant. The first one is we need to balance reality with opportunity. So the reality of the situation is we've been laid off, we've been made redundant. You've got bills to pay, you could lose your house, how am I going to live, how am I going to afford stuff, I used to work. That's the reality. We know that. But then there's the opportunity as well. So there's a wide world of work out there. There's the opportunity to do something, depending on what your situation or financial situation is. There's opportunity to do so much, to work on your body, work on your business, to start a new company or start your own business, or go travel. So balance the reality with the opportunity and just try and see this change for what it is. In my book, an opportunity. Second point, we have to change the way you look at being, or the way that those words laid off or redundancy work in our brains. This has really helped me. So I refuse to allow anybody to tell me, oh, well, but you've been made redundant or you've been laid off. I just stop them right there. And I rephrase and say, well, I've chosen to take redundancy, or I am choosing to take redundancy. So it's not something that's being done to you, or not something that's being done to me. I'm choosing this. Or instead of I've been laid off, choose I'm leaving the company. So these are just words and that we use to create our own reality. We do it all the time. I'm a great football player. I'm a great karate guy or something. But we shape our own reality, and this is one of those situations where this is so important. We choose the words and we empower ourselves with these words. So choose to frame it the way that it works for you, not that someone's doing something to you or a company's done something to you. And the third tip that's really helped me is choose another path and plan. Very simple. That was my old path. I've left the company. I've decided to take redundancy, or I'm choosing redundancy. I'm leaving that organization. So choose another path. Once you've chosen that other path, whatever it is, if you've chosen to have a grey gap year or travel or start your own business, once you've chosen that path, plan. You can plan before, but you need direction first. Plan. A really good boss of mine, a guy called Ralph, who lives in Germany, and one day I hope you see this video, it really changed my life, said, Femi, in his American German accent, I'm not going to try and do it, Femi, no matter what happens, I have a plan A, B, C, D, E. So no matter what situation I'm in with my company or who I work for, I always have a plan in the back of my pocket to get me out of whatever conundrum I'm in. And that changed my life. So I've made my plans, and I'm going to tell you all about them and what I'm doing next. Here's what I'm doing. I've left my organization, the company I've worked for, but I'm leveling up. I've started my own business, fmohealth.com, and I'm changing my direction. My company will focus on midlife health mental well-being, and helping people in midlife get fit and strong for the rest of their life. I'm working on my own body. I'm going to change the way I feel and the way I look and just feel better within myself. So I'm going to work for 90 days and change my world and get fit for the rest of my life. And finally, I'm going to catalog everything. I'm going to record all my experiences over the next year or so, or for the rest of my life, hopefully, in my vlog, Femi on Purpose. So I invite you all, join the journey, experience this with me, come on this journey with me, come and join me as we level up after being laid off or after choosing to leave our organizations. Subscribe, and if you like this, please give us a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one.